Fall Student Success Seminar Web 3. My name is Dr. Linda Remark, and I am your instructor for the next 16 weeks in this web course. So I always like to start off my semesters by doing like a quick welcome video, which is going to just basically show you some course navigation and just let you know the expectations of the class. So the first thing is, if you are watching this video from the link I sent you in your email, please make sure that you've already taken the Succeeding Online Orientation course. So when you log into Blackboard and you try to click on your online courses, you may not be able to get very far. It may stop you and saying, hey, you need to take this orientation first. And it's just 6 modules that basically walks you through Blackboard in general, how to navigate and different features within Blackboard. Now, if you're watching this video because it's embedded inside the course, you're already in here, you're good to go. All right, so every time you log in, the Start Here section is kind of your home base. It's going to just have a real quick, this is the course overview, some basic information about the class. This is the master syllabus. It's real general, and by that it just means, there's nothing too specific about our course in details anyway. It is just a real quick overview. It's a 1 credit hour course. Here's the course description. It meets all of the general learning outcomes of the class, or of the college. Here are the main course objectives that everyone who takes this class by the end, like these are the goals, the things you will have either known more about, been introduced to, improved upon. These are the this is what I mean by it's kind of a general syllabus. Here are the Stark State College policies where you can find the information. If you are a student who maybe had like an IEP or a 504 or has any other academic needs, Disability Support Services is a great resource on campus. They can help with that. Computer usage policies right here, and then student success resources. I always like to point out to my students here on the Stark State College homepage under Info for current students, here is a list of all of our resources here on campus. So if you have trouble with computers, whether it's like Blackboard, just navigation, file saving, you can go here for more information. If you want to know about the digital library, if you wanted to know about like the testing center, this is just a great spot to be aware of so that you can have access to all those different things that might be helpful to you as a student. So that is just the general master syllabus. Like I said, it's kind of I don't want to say generic, but just overview. The last couple pages, all students see this no matter what class they're taking. This is obviously specific to us right here. Now, right underneath that inside our course, you'll see where it says class syllabus. So this is where it is just specific to our class. So when you look here, we're a Web 3 class. There are actually 2 classes in here merged into one. So that's why you're going to see around 50 students in here. Here again, my name is Dr. Remark. Here's when I'm on campus. So I'm on campus more than that typically. However, this is when you can catch me. You can also email me here at lremark@starkstate.edu or your Blackboard course messages. If you're completely an online student, if you want to have an appointment, we can set up a Zoom. I'm often online, in the evenings. So I'm flexible to work with if you need to make an appointment. You do have a text, but good news, it's free and it's online. I'll show you where to find that here in just a little bit. Here is the assessment, kind of the overview of what to expect with this particular course. You have a, kind of a group of weekly assignments, discussion forums, and attendance points. This is a basic ABCDF class. Attendance is required. For an online course, we're not meeting. We do not have like a day or time that we all log in at the same time or all have to come to campus. But in a 16-week course, there are many weeks where you're going to have a discussion post, and that's going to be due by Wednesdays. And so if you post on time by Wednesday, you get 100% attendance. Let's say it's Friday and you're like, oh shoot, I forgot to post. Don't just say, oh, I'm done for the week, nothing, not worth doing. Still post. You're still going to get some attendance credit. You'll get 50% late attendance. But discussion posts are kind of graded twice. You get points for posting on time for attendance, and then you get points for just doing the assignment. A discussion board is an assignment. So even if you're late for attendance, you still post and you can still get full points for the assignment part of it. But in terms of attendance, you want to hit that Wednesday night mark. On weeks where there's no discussion forums, you are going to have everything turned in by Sunday for 100% attendance. If there's like 2 assignments and you only submit 1, then you're going to get half attendance. Some other just general things, even though it's online, you're still going to have due dates. The class runs from a Monday morning is when the new week will open, and it'll close Sunday night. So you still have those time constraints, although you can definitely work at your own pace during that week. Here's some just general course policies. This is a 16-week course, so you have until November to withdraw from any 16-week course. Let's say, just things get crazy with work or life or whatever it might be. That's the time that you want to make sure you get that off your schedule. And then this is a breakdown of the 16 weeks and what we're doing every week. I'm going to put this in your head now, even though we do not have to worry about it until week 16, but it's going to end on a Friday. So just kind of keep that in mind. You can see that anytime you have a discussion forum, I have it in red, hey, make sure you post by Wednesday for attendance, and then 2 classmates by Sunday. And then just a reminder that, if you have other assignments, they're due by Sunday as well. So I always recommend to my online students, at the very least, maybe print out this calendar page. So you can kind of just keep track of what you're doing every week. Sometimes it's nice to have that like tactile paper right in front of you. So that is the syllabus quiz. Underneath here, this is just a video that eStark State has put out that goes over just like the 16-week course tour in general. So this is something that another department on campus put out. It's helpful, and you are welcome to watch that. The reason I do this video is just because I get a little bit more nitty-gritty with our course. Underneath that is the instructor welcome. So this just kind of gives you a little bit, information about myself. I have been teaching here for 14 years. I have 3 kids. I'm teaching all kinds of classes, online, face-to-face. I have a couple different degrees from different places around the state. So that you can just kind of get to know me and know that I'm also juggling like a lot of you, work and kids and life and all of those kind of things. So that's just a little bit about me. Also on this page, you're going to see here is our textbook. What is nice about this is it's free. Inside every week, there's also a link. So, let's say in week 4, we're talking about chapter 5. There's a chapter link right inside the folder there, but you can always click here. I'm just going to give you a preview of what this looks like. If you click there, it takes you right into chapter 1, but you can pull down the table of contents here. This is a pretty user-friendly book, and then you can just kind of navigate by the sections there, or you can go through and read the pages, and then whenever you're ready, whether it's at the bottom of the page or anytime up here, just click to the next section. You can also do like a search up here of different concepts or anything that you're looking for. So as I like to tell my online students, when we are going through these textbook chapters, I will lecture on them and I'll go through each section and I'll use maybe like a PowerPoint, but I know that I have students in here who are still in high school. I have students in here who maybe tried college once, came back and again, you're changing careers, you're a little bit further on. We're all in different places. And so some of these things are going to pertain to you and some of them are not. And so what I encourage you to do is just really look at the things that are going to help you. So, let's say in chapter 4, you have really great listening skills, but you need some work on your note taking. Really focus on the sections that you feel are going to be most beneficial to you. All right. Also in here, just some other different resources. You're probably going to use this section less and less as we go throughout the semester, but there's Blackboard resources. There's a link to the SSC State policies. So feel free to kind of navigate and look around there. The next section I'll talk to you about is the lesson section, and this is where a bulk of your time is going to be spent. Here is just computer bare basics. That's what I mentioned a little bit ago. If you or someone you know struggles with computers, whether it literally is turning it on, navigating with a mouse, to file sharing and saving, whatever it might be, that could be helpful for you. This is a forum. These are both forums that'll be open all semester long. This is the muddy point, meaning anyone can post a question here and anyone can answer that question. So it's like just having a conversation inside a classroom. So if you had a question that maybe you just want a clarification on and another student has insight, they can respond. I will respond in here as well if I see. What I don't want you to do is post like a really specific individual question. You're like, why did I get this on my assignment? For that, you're going to course message me. But how you post in this forum, because this is going to apply throughout the whole semester, you click on the name of the forum. And you can see my post is in here already. But when you go to do your own, you're going to click create thread. And the prompt will show up again, so you don't have to do any back and forth. You're going to put your subject, and then you're going to just put your prompt there and hit submit. Now, when you go to respond to a classmate, as you're going to have to eventually, you click on the name of their thread and just click reply. All right, so that's a discussion forum. And again, the muddy point is going to be there all semester long in case you have any questions. The student lounge is another one that's going to be there all semester long. If you wanted to ask a question, introduce yourself, share something that you've learned, or anything like that. It's kind of just like having an informal conversation with your classmates. Here's another link to your textbook access, so you can click on that and get into your book. Now, the rest of this area, I'm going to talk about the required syllabus quiz here in a minute, but the rest of this area is where you're going to be kind of spending most of your time doing your work. You can see there's weekly folders, and I already have the week one kind of set up. Every week we'll have a week one or week two, whatever it is, video folder, and then it'll have the actual weekly folder. The videos are going to be the lecture and the assignment. So I break it down. Let's say, we're in chapter 1 this week. So there is going to be, when you click in here, there is a chapter 1 lecture video, and then right below it is going to be an assignment video to walk you through what you're going to do for your assignments this week. And then you'll click in the actual week, and all of these are set up in the same way, so it's kind of helpful. You look to see, okay, it's quick overview, what you're going to be reviewing, the list of your assignments that you're doing this week, and then every week has a materials folder, which is just what it sounds like, what you need to be able to do your work for this week, whether it's a link to the textbook chapter, a PDF, a PowerPoint, and then there's going to be the actual assignment folder, which is where you're going to do the actual work for the week. So every week is set up just like that. I do want to say that in week 1, before you can even see, you can kind of see how this folder right here is brightened and these are grayed. Before you can even see your week 1 folder, you have to take and pass with 100% this syllabus quiz. So you need to get in here and you can pull your syllabus up and have it ready to go right beside you or print it out in front of you. And it's just going to be a series of true, false, couple multiple choice, I think mostly true, false questions that pertain to the class. And so if you get a 90 and you're like, why isn't my week open? It's because you have to get 100. So you have to go back in and take it again. As soon as you get 100% on this, you're going to see this week 1 folder open up. Okay, so keep that in mind. You want to get that done pretty quickly so you have access to week 1. Something else that I'm going to just point out, the student services assignment, as of right now, they do not have this ready and loaded for our fall semester, but I'm going to kind of plant this in your ear that you will have a workshop that you have to attend. Everyone who takes this class, SSC101, has to attend a workshop. And when I say workshop, it can be in person on main campus, on Akron campus, or through Zoom. There's lots of options. There's day, there's afternoon, there's evening options as well. So you want to go through, and as soon as they have it uploaded, I will do a whole separate video on just the workshops to show you what this all means. But you have to attend one before end of week 16. So there's still plenty of time, but I just want you to keep that in your back of your head. And I will upload a video right around this folder area so you know kind of what the options are, what to do, how to prove attendance. All right, so the rest of this over here, here's our course messages. This is where if you wanted to get a hold of me inside Blackboard, just hit create message, click on to, find my name, click it over, and then you can just write your message right there. Anytime I put in an announcement, you can already see week 1 announcements are loaded in. I will also copy these announcements and put them as course messages. So even if you finish the week, you might still see a message in there talking to you about what's going on during the week. I also like to message people after they've finished their work in a week to say, hey, you're all done. Great job. Just so that you know you're on the right track. I tend to do that for the first few weeks. There's a course calendar that's going to align with your syllabus. You can see, what is due, what's coming up. You can see often for our class, Wednesdays and Sundays are the big days. And then you have a My Grades tab, which just allows you access to your grades at any time that you would like to see them. So you can kind of keep up with them, make sure that they kind of reflect what you know the work you did. The rest of these are just resources you can get in, digital library, Blackboard help, just general resources. All right, so I hope this was helpful to kind of get you used to navigating through here. You want to make sure that you have taken your Succeeding Online Orientation already if you have not. And then whenever you are ready to start working, go ahead and get that syllabus quiz taken care of. And then you'll get into week 1 and start looking through those videos, making sure you're comfortable and get that week 1 work done. I will see you in a future video.